Hello everyone and welcome back to FilmBook Review, an official YouTube channel of FilmBook. Featured in Google News, IMDb's news desk, and a member of the Critics' Choice Association, FilmBook is an entertainment industry news website that reports on the film and television show industries in the United States and across the world. Today on FilmBook Review, I will be reviewing the film Perpetrator, a movie that screened at the 2023 Tribeca Film Festival. Perpetrator is directed by Jennifer Reeder, written by Jennifer Reeder, and stars Kaya McKernan, Alicia Silverstone, Christopher Lowell, Irian Roach, and Melanie Libbard. This is a Perpetrator movie review, and there will be spoilers. If you like our movie reviews, please like this Perpetrator film review, as that helps us out with YouTube's algorithm, and consider subscribing. Once subscribed, click the bell notification box and you are all set. Please also consider becoming one of our patrons on Patreon at patreon.com/filmbook. And now, the Perpetrator movie review. If it weren't so self-indulgent, filmmaker Jennifer Reeder's new horror movie, Perpetrator, would probably be laughed off the screen. It's quite preposterous at times and showcases some of the worst dialogue of the cinematic year. At one point, a character says some escaped victims smell really bad. Reeder just does whatever she wants, though, and that makes for a rather interesting movie. It's almost impossible to predict which turns this film will take, and that's a plus among the many minuses. Well cast in the central role of the picture is Kaya McKernan, who is very good as the lead character, Johnny. McKernan doesn't hide behind any fancy characterizations. She is who she is, and that's enough to make horror film audiences want to follow her in this movie. The movie opens with a sort of Seven-ish vibe, but after about 10 or 15 minutes, it becomes something like Heathers, before turning into its own freakish horror movie that will leave more mainstream viewers scratching their heads in wonder as to what kind of movie Reeder set out to make. Johnny is a wonderfully constructed character. Johnny's dad seems a bit strange in the opening stages of the picture and is in desperate need of money, but that's not why he's strange. After some interaction between Johnny and the father character, whose face seems to be shifting at one point, the movie takes a turn for the worst in almost every way possible. When Johnny goes to live with Aunt Hildy, who seems ready to celebrate her niece's 18th birthday in some kind of unique style. At Johnny's school, she meets a group of somewhat popular girls who will soon seek her help. Johnny has no means of financially doing anything to help anyone, though. She's stuck in a rut with Aunt Hildy, seemingly of little help. Christopher Lowell, in a really uninspired performance, plays Principal Burke, who is involved with, I think, the school guidance counselor, who asks a lot of questions such as whether or not Johnny is sexually active. Johnny responds predictably sarcastically in a humorous scene. Perpetrator has a lot of oddball characters, but Aunt Hildy takes the cake as the most unusual in the whole entire film, and that's including some seriously demented psycho characters in the picture. Silverstone's performance would probably disappoint her loyal fans. However, her sequences talking with Johnny are rather memorable. When Hildy presents a cake to Johnny, the plot takes flight as Johnny starts to have a bloody mouth after digging into a slice of cake. She fills the toilet with spit-up blood. Something is wrong. Very wrong. While this is happening, girls about Johnny's age are disappearing. Perhaps they are being killed. A cop is about to witness Johnny goofing off with friends when Johnny meets Electra. The two of these characters start to build a relationship together while hiding from the cop. It all happens too quickly to be believable. Johnny and Electra share some steamy romance, which is basically just time killer in a movie like this. By the end of the movie, the female characters, and maybe some of the male ones, fall short of being totally clever creations. That said, there are some intriguing sequences where Johnny comes to love Electra. Both young actresses are satisfactory in their parts. It is Silverstone who doesn't create her character so terrifically. I don't know if she's performing as she was asked or if she missed the boat here. While Perpetrator has the markings of a genius director, it feels like a rough cut. A scene where some teens dress in old lady masks is funny and different, though. Reeder ultimately goes all out with some of the most disturbing scenes you may find in horror movies this year. Blood is in great supply as young girls keep disappearing, and Johnny bravely faces the one key character who may be the dumbest psycho of the year. It's hard to discuss the movie's secrets without giving away pivotal plot points. Kaya McKernan is a gifted performer who may have the potential to do pretty much anything she wants, after this, in the indie film land. She brings Johnny the personality she needs to make us invested in her while trying to figure out if she's a vampire, or something like that, all throughout the picture. It's not a really fun movie to watch, but Perpetrator has its moments. Alicia Silverstone camps it up here, and this could be the last type of role you'd expect to see her in. When she tries to make Johnny eat something on her table, everything like her coins are pretty much inedible. It's a WTF moment. In fact, this whole film is full of such moments. In the final analysis, Perpetrator is a mixed bag of a horror film. It's undeniable there's talent involved in the project. You'll just have to swim through the blood to see what they were trying to do with this particular movie, which basically works only in spurts. It's a close call, but this film is too bizarre for its own good. Maybe that's what reader wants. And that brings us to the conclusion of this Perpetrator movie review. I would love to hear your thoughts on it below in the comments section. If you liked what you heard during this review, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Please also visit and subscribe to our podcast channel at FilmBook Podcast and our trailer and reaction channel at FilmBook Trailers. If you would like to get FilmBook's articles delivered to your inbox, sign up for our daily newsletter in the description at film-book.com. Thank you for viewing, and you can watch one of these reviews next.